We'll exercise judgment right now.
Because we have...
In the name of Jesus.
Oh, thank you.
In the office of the prophet of God, I execute...
What the fuck just happened?
Judgment
yes.
on COVID-19. I execute judgment on you, Satan, you destroyer, you killer, you get out, you break your power, you get off this nation. I demand judgment on you. I demand.
Preacher Kenneth Copeland, ladies and gentlemen, synced up to metal guitar.
Man, that's good.
That's the hottest metal song of the year. I mean, this shit has been blowing up on Twitter. I tagged you in. I don't know if you've watched it yet.
Yeah.
It was today.
Oh, yeah. How is there not like heavy metal churches?
Heavy metal church. It's funny because there's actually a band called Metal Church.
But I mean, like people like you get up on Sunday, go to church into that like atmosphere, just heavy metal rock and
dude, I'm all for some sort of headbangers ball on Sundays at post COVID. I mean, we kind of do. We did, honestly, a bunch of my friends did like a Metal Monday where we'd all get together on Monday. Some of us, some of the guys would play guitar. We would all just jam out and fucking get drunk and party. And, later in the night, we go to the bar or whatever. But welcome to Highly Inappropriate, guys. Let's get this fucking party started. We still play the intro song. We suck. If this is going to play, I don't know. I'm struggling today. I hope we're not still screen sharing.
Or not.
To the graphic nature of this program, listener discretion is advised.
You're listening to Highly Inappropriate.
I don't think she's going to be expecting something big, do you? What, like anal?
Whiskey, beer, tequila, more beer, more vodka, more whiskey, and more beer.
Highly Inappropriate.
All right, so let me get this straight. So I'm going to pay for a blowjob and I got to pay for a goddamn hotel room too? Well, that just seems like I'm spending too much money for nothing. I got a house. You can just get your ass over here and I can just do the blowjob here.
Highly Inappropriate.
English, motherfucker, do you speak it?
They can kiss my fat vagina, because I'm bringing the motherfucking pain.
By the way, the likes in our feed were firing off during that video. A lot of people are asking. So there's a famous preacher. His name is Kenneth Copeland. He's a fucking I think he's I can't say the word. Help me out, guys.
Evangelical.
Yeah, there we go. I kept saying Evan.
Evangela.
Yeah, elementary janitor. Yeah, these elementary janitor churches, they're fucking crazy. But he's a famous preacher because he's fucking outlandish and crazy. And some guy synced him up to a pretty heavy metal guitar riff. And when I heard the funny story, I was blowing up the toilet in my morning shit after my morning coffee one day. And I'm watching that on Twitter and I decided to tug, of all people, your fucking ass.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Welcome to Highly Inappropriate, ladies and gentlemen. We're a little shorthanded today. That's why we are going to open the show to you guys. Anybody in our feed here, I'm going to post a link here in just a second. If you want to join the show, fucking do it. Come on here and ask us some shows. Ask us some questions live. As you can see, I've partaken in some fun, good vitamins today. So are you ready to rock and roll, boys? By the way, who's my co-host? Why are you laughing at me, Bob? You gotta you need to help me out here. You're gonna have to help me out.
just enjoying your misery real quick,
Hey, I need you to help me complete words and shit because that's your main objective today. By the way,
I want to back up real quick to the previous word. I need some explanation on what that word means. Juice kind of spelled it out. Evangel Angel.
Evangelical. No, that's not right.
What the fuck does it mean? I'm lost. I'm completely lost. I'm from.
It's like a denominate. Hold on, I'll fucking Google it. Here we are talking about Jesus. I'm dropping F-bombs. Sorry, Mom, if you're listening. She's
Josh,
not.
What it
There's
means?
no way my mom's listening. By the way,
I think it's just religious, like Christian. Basically another.
No, but they're crazy. They're crazy.
I think it's a little extreme, kind of a little extreme.
Yeah, no offense if you are, but you're fucking crazy.
Yeah, you're fucking crazy.
I don't even know how to spell the damn thing. Okay.
All right.
No, we're gonna look this up, bitch. Evangelical.
Google should correct it, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Unless you're just completely off.
I mean, I don't know. Of according to the teaching of the gospel, the Christian religion. That don't tell me shit.
So pretty much just like a Bible thumper, like big, heavy, and heavy Christian guy.
There you go. You guys
All right,
heard it here first. Man, you learn so much on the show.
Learn a new word, man. Learn a new word.
Every week we're giving
I'm gonna put it in the rhyme book. New word.
Well, I thought about, every week we do an urban dictionary fucking word. Like we just go and we teach people something like a donkey punch or something, because I one of the funnest nights of my life is in college. I was hanging out with this chick. Her name was Courtney. We're over to her house and what?
Good girl.
Oh, she's great girl. Good, kind girl. Married now. Bless her.
Very, very evangelical.
She's very evangelical.
Evangelical.
She's very evangelical. Yes. But I was sitting there like I was telling her shit like blue waffle, donkey punch, dragon, giving her shit to look up on Google. I was making her search it and shit, and it was awesome. Then she tried to lick my butthole there that night. It was crazy. I hated that. I'm not into butthole stuff for all the white females out there. For all the chocolate females, hell, I'm open for anything. What the hell? Welcome to Highly Inappropriate, guys. We haven't even introduced ourselves. My name's Matt, by the way, for our first-time listeners. I really appreciate you being here. We like to have fun, bullshit. Today, we're going to cover a lot of array of topics, including our Thanksgiving weekends. We've got a lot of NFL news. Unfortunately, wrestling legend Pat Patterson passed away, which sucks. Mike Tyson returned to the ring, and MGK finally admits that Eminem ruined his career pretty much. So, I mean, surprise. But welcome to Highly Inappropriate. My name is Matt, guys. I'm the host of the show. I'm white. I'm single. And right now, I am fucked up. And the gentleman here with me, I've got my co-host, one of my best friends.
Yes.
My name is
Dunkman. Christopher Dunkman. Yep. I'm here. I'm also white. I am married. And very, very happy.
These evangelical angels.
And I'm joined by my neighbor, just two neighbors in here, just bullshitting, in the garage, freezing our dicks all. Yeah, right now no dick is in my pants right now. It's an innie.
Also a white guy. I prefer to be called Goose.
Yeah, for those that know Matt's brother Goose, this is not him sitting next to me. This is my neighbor Josh.
I'm not Jake Hahn.
And he's not Jake Hahn. He is not the co-host of the Blue Collar DFS. He is my neighbor. He is a very frequently permanent guest on Highly Inappropriate podcast. You're gonna see a lot of Josh coming up in the next few episodes or more episodes than that. We'll see.
Hell yeah, we appreciate being here. Couple comments from the feed here because I finally figured out a way that I can read the comments as we're doing the show. Jay Con, appreciate you joining here. Jay Con is also Duncan's co-host for Blue Collar DFS. If you guys never listen to that show, you guys are live on Fridays or Saturdays, brother?
Saturday nights.
Saturday night. So get your lineups in, bitch. Is that going to change when we start having Thursday or Saturday night games, or how does that work? Or are you just going to focus on the Sunday games?
Yeah, we don't do Monday night or Thursday. It's the main slate, like the big one. The Sunday 1 o'clock, 4 o'clock games. Not even the Sunday night, just the main slate. People that are in the game, they know what I'm saying.
David Gong is convinced that I got pegged at Courtney's house. I did not get pegged unless she did it when I was sleeping. And hey, to her credit, great job.
Yeah, you did a good job.
Dave, you got footage? Yeah, bring him out. Okay, so
I think she probably pegged you and then told you to Google
that. Might be what's wrong with my back, because now that I look at timelines, that's about when my back problem started. So
that's like, hey, jackass, Google Matt Wharton gets pegged.
I'm gonna name the show that now. Yeah. All right. We also got, of course, Juice in here talking shit. Juice, that was actually in the show notes this week. Are we going to cover that at all? Are we going to talk about that at all?
It don't matter. Juice. We'll see what happens,
Juice, go on my Facebook. I want you to hop on the link and hop in the show. We've got a few questions. You're going to crack.
Definitely got some questions for you there, Juice.
We've got some questions there. But we appreciate
the people want to know. The listeners want to know.
The listeners want to know. We appreciate everybody joining us here live. Also, that are listening on the podcast. not currently, but as it is posted. But a few things to get into. Thanksgiving. How was your guys' Thanksgivings?
It was very well, very good. Had little family, like we said. Thomas and his roommates came over. Megan cooked. It was amazing. Good food. Good food. That was on Thanksgiving Day. Friday, I know Josh had a tree fall down in his backyard and destroy his shed, like monster ass tree, and like part of it took out my fence. So we kind of met up in the backyard, and I had a little bit to pick up, and he has a whole lot to pick up. I felt bad for him. But I bring this up because I'm trying to get all these sticks and stuff, gathered up, and I put it in my fire pit. And I'm like, man, I suck at starting fires. Like, I'm worthless, like outdoors. Like, I
can't do fire by friction.
Yeah, I suck at that stuff. And he was like, just use my fucking blowtorch, dude. And I'm like, what? And he comes walking over, dude, with this propane tank and this big ass blowtorch. And I just
like Cousin Eddie
fire this thing up. It was fucking amazing, dude. So yeah, my neighbor has a fucking blowtorch, dude.
You think he could light a blunt with that thing?
No way.
We should try it.
Unless you're trying to light LeGarrent blunt.
Yeah, this motherfucker. It's like a fucking flamethrower.
Oh, it is cool. I mean, we can make like a 3-foot blunt. Like,
yeah.
Like what's the instrument? Like, you get it. All right, moving along. Were you guys both off work for 4 days or?
Yeah, I was.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
We did have a scare though. Like Saturday, we got Megan came in the room at like midnight, woke me up.
Pregnant?
Thomas had a pretty bad wreck, man.
Oh shit.
Head on a telephone pole, took it out, flipped his car. Kid walked away with like just a little cut on his head, man.
Good.
Crazy.
I mean, not good that he got in a wreck, but glad that he's not injured, of course.
Yeah, man. Pretty like emotional roller coaster Thanksgiving weekend. It was
by the way, we are putting out a GoFundMe for Duncan to pay for his son's new car. By the way, we're going to start a GoFundMe.
Oh no, dude, he makes good money, man. He's full-time college kid. Big union job, he's doing very well for himself. he's a lot farther along at his age than
that's what I was gonna say.
No question.
You told him, I said, hey, whatever you do, don't sell drugs at 18, okay?
Yeah, don't get 2 DUIs in a row when you're 20.
For Christ's sakes, please don't. So I tell you what, we talked pre-show a little bit. Unfortunately, that was a good little banter back and forth, but I have my daughter for 5 straight days, and I tell you what, I think it is the worst behaved she's ever been. And me and her mom have been talking, and she's kind of been she's having one of those stages where she just got an attitude and she wants to, there's probably a lot of reasons now. She's got a new baby brother over at her mom's house, so she's probably not getting as much attention, and she doesn't, unfortunately. She's going to school now, so I don't get to see her quite as much as I was during the summer. So it's hard telling what's going on with her, but she's going through a little stage. So we're kind of, coming up with answers to solve them. But I tell you what, like we were talking pre-show, this is no joke. Like I could tell my daughter, hey, please just sit here. Daddy's got to poop. It's going to, 10 minutes tops, 20 if it's an emergency. I just need you to sit here, watch cartoons, do your thing. Don't do anything. I'll come out. No joke. She'll have a salad bowl full of Honey Nut Cheerios, and she'll be, eating them with a spatula, and the dog will be covered in stickers. There'll be slime on this carpet, kids are awesome. They are terrific.
Yeah.
And she doesn't listen. And for a while, for most of her life, she's always listened to me very well, as far as like she does what I say, and especially when it's just me and her. And still to this day, honestly, because I did take her out on Friday night, so the day after Thanksgiving, to Black Friday, essentially, to see the Christmas lights that are at Indiana State Fairgrounds. And by the way, if you've yet to go out there and see them, spectacular, definitely worth. I would probably time it a little better than I did, because I was in line for 3 hours. 3 hours. I was lined up.
Do you walk through it?
No, you don't walk through it. You drive through it, of course. COVID-19. You drive through it, and so like to describe, my car was already all the way backed up. Wasn't even in the fairgrounds. Was all the way backed up to like the intersection of Keystone and 42nd. I don't know that area.
A little sketchy. Probably had the doors locked.
Had my doors locked, and I was jamming out. J. Cole. It was J. Cole that night. No, I had the daughter in the back seat, and it, the funny thing was, and here's how I can tell you. Oh, Juice is joining us right now, guys. Let's go. All right, as he's joined. But yeah, so as I'm waiting in line there, okay, took 3 hours. And this is how I know my medicine's working. I did not get pissed off one time. And even as my daughter's begging us to go home the entire time we're waiting in line because she's more impatient than I am, okay? As she's begging me to go home, I keep telling her, hey, it's going to be worth it. It's going to be worth it. We finally get in there at 11 p.m., okay?
She's asleep.
Yeah, I mean, she's damn near asleep, but of course I woke her up. She did fall asleep a few times, but I did wake her up for the lights. We probably got home around 12:30, and she was a trooper, and she was up a little late. You know, unfortunately, when she does come to my house, I do let her stay up a little bit later because it's typically the weekends and stuff, but never till like 1 or 2 a.m. And she was damn near up till 2 a.m. that night, and she was a terror the next day because she still woke up at the ass crack of dawn, 7 a.m. You know.
Man.
Of course. So
Isn't it crazy? Like little kids. I wish I still had my little kid sleep scheduled to like get up for work. You know what I mean? Like when you're a little kid, you go to bed early and you wake up at like you said, the butt crack of dawn. Like the older you get, the more it sucks waking up. You know what I mean? So like my alarm goes off at 4:30 and I want to throw my phone out the fucking window.
If there's one thing I could change about myself, it'd be the ability to get out of bed in the morning. And like people
without
say,
a doubt, dude. No snooze, just pop up.
And it's not like even a depression thing. Like I'm a very motivated person, but I have to drag my fucking ass out of bed in the morning. Like I just
that's me. Especially this time of year because you jump out of them covers and you're like, God,
fucking
hit you a little bit.
I'm in the mode. Like I've skipped going to the gym twice during lunch this week, and I've went after work, and like this weather throws my shit off. Like I hate it, and I've already broken one windshield wiper. It's just pissing me off. You know, man, I'm tired of the snow. Fuck this weather. That's why I'm going to Texas in 3 weeks. So let's go.
Nice. Juice in there? Is that Juice?
Juice, are you here, buddy?
He's not, man.
I mean, it shows he's in here, but I don't know if he's here or not. Camera isn't working. Be there. He said he'll be here. Okay, he just chatted. Camera isn't working. He'll be here in a second. So he's getting that fixed. Okay. All right. Juice will join us in just a second. So yeah, honestly, had a great Thanksgiving. I actually got to eat this year. That was fucking fantastic. Like family even made it a point that I got to eat very first. I was my Uncle David, of course, jumped ahead of me, but yeah. So I was second in line and got to
There's
eat.
always one.
Stuff my fat fucking face and had a great fucking Thanksgiving. Great Thanksgiving. And honestly, Thanksgiving Day, that was probably the most behaved my daughter is. And I will still say this about my daughter: when we are with other people, she tends to be pretty well behaved. I don't have to really get on her. She's more behaved than the other kids. But sometimes at home, it makes me want to drive my car into oncoming traffic, like, hey, honey, I'll be back. I'm going to go get milk. Okay.
Yep.
It's rough. It's rough.
Yeah.
But I got something for you guys. Okay. Serica, have you ever heard of Jodi Arias?
Yes.
Oh my God.
Yes.
She's the sexiest serial killer of all time.
Yeah, man.
Hold on, Duncan. I'm going to pull this up for you. Okay, buddy? Yeah, Juice is coming in. Hold on. I might save this story for Juice when he pops in here. Honestly, we need to have this. We need to have this conversation with the shot of crime ladies, I guess. But hold on. Let me pull this biatch up.
The last podcast on the left does a really good series on Jodi Arias.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's good. It's really good.
She's so fucking hot. And they have a special now. It's on Hulu, I believe. It's American Murder Special.
Oh yeah, we got you, Juice.
What up, Juice? Coming in hot.
Dude, so did she like seduce the dudes and then kill them?
No, well, okay, so like I don't know the complete story because honestly, I was so stoned. I took a couple edibles.
You didn't watch the doc?
I watched the doc. I was just in and out.
So you didn't watch the doc?
No, I did. I'm just saying, like, there's some blank spaces here. I gotta help fill in it. But pretty much, this guy was her boyfriend, a guy she was seeing, and she was traveling around, and she pretty much. She did. Hold on, I'm just gonna pull up the story. Here.
Fucking full like psycho girlfriend.
I mean, crazy, like
crazy shit. It's like she was sneaking in his house and like the dog door and shit, and just wild shit.
I mean, and like if you look at the chick,
That's an average Tuesday for Matt.
Yeah, it's an average Tuesday.
Exactly.
I've been sneaking in doggy doors, banging bitches since I was 13. What up?
Matt looks at him. He's like, "Listen, we just sit down for a minute. I got to go take a shit, and I'll be right back." Comes back and there's blood.
Hold
all
on,
over the
Doc.
wall.
You gotta get look. I cannot talk. You got to get a good look at this fox. Okay, hold on. Let me pull this shit up. All right, this female right here is a serial killer. As soon as it pops up, she's so hot too. Like I would probably let her hold a knife to my throat during sex. I'm pretty sure. Just throwing that out.
Does it make
hair,
it hotter that she was a serial killer?
Yeah, very hot. Yeah, I think so.
She's not hotter than
Because I
the.
feel like she's just kind of like next door neighbor hot, like not.
Oh, for sure. And like these are like her after she's been in prison for 2 years, waiting on trial. Like if you look at some of her, here we go. Here's some of her older pictures. You're like, whoa.
But is it kind of hot that you're sleeping with a chick that might kill you? I think so.
Absolutely. I hope.
I think so. I like that.
Yeah, I mean, I like to live with, I like to literally Metallica, sleep with one eye open, when she's laying next to me, give me more of a reason to send her ass home after we have sex. So,
Right.
yeah, absolutely. So, but I was going to say, you guys got to check out the documentary. Unfortunately, I'm a little foggy on some parts of it, but I just, the thing I remember most about her is just how, and you notice even a lot with like Ted Bundy and stuff, like it's like how much they make it a show. Like they know what they're doing. They kill because they want to be famous in a way. And like you should see her mug shots. Like she was posing for her mug shots. Like fucking unbelievable.
What's crazy with Bundy is he would go do it and then just come home and have a life.
I
Just like this normal, like nothing happened.
I can't remember. Josh, tell me if you remember, but she did something to like the GPS in her phone or her car to that way, like, cause they're from California and she did the murder in New Mexico, but somehow she like erased her traces in Arizona or Nevada or something. It was Nevada, I believe. And I can't remember how she did it.
What, she just popped the SIM card out?
Yeah, that was it. She popped the SIM card. Damn, Juice, look at you coming in.
I have been known to dabble a little bit in the murder documentaries.
Yeah, she popped the SIM card out. God, I gotta stop getting stoned and watching these things.
Especially when it's a hot chick like Jodi Arias.
Oh shit! I mean, it probably didn't help. I jerked off halfway through it.
It seems like it'd be very easy for a female to get away with being a serial killer.
I mean, especially this chick. She just seemed like so sly. Like, I mean, she would be one of those people that would be like flirting with an investigator. And to credit to the investigators, they were pretty like harsh and they were convinced it was her. I mean, like, because one of the biggest things that kind of caught her, they had apparently a camera in the apartment that they were taking nude photos of each other with, like was taking pictures automatically and actually caught her foot next to his dead body.
Oh yeah.
And they found that picture and that was like the damning evidence against her. So like she had no.
You gotta think, dude. These hoes know how to cover their track.
But those ain't loyal. No, absolutely not.
They showed like the pictures in court and played like some voicemails and shit where she was like trying to have like phone sex with him and shit.
Yeah, that was I started masturbating.
Pretty crazy shit.
Yeah, can you imagine being in court? Your brother got murdered and you got to listen to his fucking murder. You got to listen to his murder orgasm live there. I would be horrified. Be mortified. I would be like, oh my God, it'd be the worst thing ever. I couldn't even imagine it. Juice, what's up, buddy? What's new, man? Like, what's going on with Juice in the Morning? You didn't have details last time you were on the show, but now you kind of have details. So what's up?
Yeah. Juice in the Morning, the show's still going for sure. I thought about quitting. I think I did one of those things where I like prematurely retired and then I came back.
Brett Favre it.
Yeah, and
definitely Brett Favre. Jay-Z did it too.
Michael Jordan. I mean, that's what they call me. East Central Indiana podcasting. I mean, that's what I am. I'm the MVP. No, it's just something I've been wanting to do. I want to do the show kind of like the way I want to do it. I don't want to really rely on having guests or co-hosts and things like that, just because nothing against Johnny, nothing against any of the other people that have been a part of it, but it is a lot easier on my own schedule, especially
you do you
having the baby here and all that stuff. So I'm just going to do it on my own. And I've kind of tried to change the style of it a little bit to fit more my personality, because I'm not an expert on anything, but I'm a big fan of a lot of different things. So basically, I'm just going to take notes throughout the week and then kind of just bullshit about the stuff that I want to bullshit about. And then every now and then have some guests.
There you go, man.
Hell yeah.
And for JK Media, which is kind of like what I changed the Facebook page to, we're working on a lot of like fictional podcasts and like some story type stuff. There's something that we're working on that we plan on releasing in like around Valentine's Day. It's kind of like a thriller horror comedy that's a podcast, and it's going to be about 2.5 hours long, and it's going to be kind of like a movie but just audio. So
yeah, hell yeah.
Look for that.
You're working with my co-host at Blue Collar DFS, right?
Jay Khan.
Yeah, which by the way, Jake did reach out to me. I'm going to be playing a part in that as well. I'm pretty excited for that.
Oh yeah, it's fucking going to be sick, and I think people are going to love it. The turnaround time is the only thing I'm worried about, because I know a little bit of editing, but it's going to take a little bit to get those sound effects and the music and all that stuff right, but we'll get it right, and we'll have some good shit coming for you guys. So
awesome.
Yeah, that's kind of what's going on with Juice in the Morning. You guys started this thing with get on the live with us and ask questions, but then somebody said something about asking me questions. What's going on with that?
After we get done with
I'm an open book on your guys' show. Like I can find stuff.
No, absolutely. No, it's hilarious because I think we all got on Twitter the same day. Literally, me, Josh.
Well, we talked about it in the show before. Like
we talked about the show before, and literally that after we got on, maybe our phones were all listening to us, but we all got on Twitter and we seen Juice, and you were liking some chick's photo on fucking Twitter. Oh,
we saw some fucking dump outs. We saw some action.
Yep.
We're like, we have questions. What's going on, buddy?
So the Juice Kelly heart at the top.
There's this like specific chick that like she was talking about being like the Megan Fox, but of comedy or something like that. I don't remember how I started following her, but I started following her.
Oh, I know how you started following
and,
I've seen those pics.
I just started following her, and then I saw a tweet that said something like, DM me right now because I took some pictures of my boobs and I'm going to grace the timeline. Immediately right away DM'd and said, you won't do it. And then that's kind of how it went with that one. And then, like I was saying in the chat, dude, Twitter's kind of like my social media strip club. I can kind of do whatever I want there because the wife
doesn't have a
so. I'm the same way, dude. I'm a fucking free bird on every time I log into Twitter, like Leonard Skinner Freebird starts playing, dude.
And I always know Dunk's drunk too when I get on Twitter at 2 a.m. and he's fucking spitting out rap lyrics.
Yeah.
and there's times
the whole second verse of Renegade on my Twitter feed.
Yeah, there's times though when you get deep into that Twitter and you're like following people, liking stuff, you'll be scrolling and all of a sudden you'll see like just a chick getting railed by a big black dick. And then it's
speaking of, so I
far with this one.
I had to go and undo a lot of work of my college years and unliking all the fucking porn stars that I used to like because lo and behold, I'm on my work computer. And honestly, they don't mind, if we're doing our job, they don't care if we hop on social media occasionally, and do our thing, because I like to read news, I'm making calls, etc. But I got linked from Facebook to Twitter, and I'm scrolling my Twitter, just shitting, just reading shit as I'm making dials, and lo and behold, like you said, Juice, some chick's getting fucking railed. I'm like, can't be having that shit. I closed down it real quick, and I like at my next poop on company time, I'm sitting there on Twitter, unliking all the porn stars on my Twitter account. I still got a couple thousand to get through, but
yeah, and the reason I love Twitter and just like social media in general, like after a while you'll get bored seeing the same people, so then I'll go on a big like just unfollow spree, and then I'll like the thing that blows my mind, boys, is the amount of social media and the amount of women that are super hot. Like there's like a ridiculous amount that exists. So like going through and deleting like 1,000, you'll find 1,000 more the next fucking day. It's really crazy, and I don't know how all of them are all making money from it.
Hey, you like one OnlyFans girl on Twitter, you're gonna like 1,000 in the next week. I'm just telling, because they're all reposting each other's shit, and like, you know, when guys are in the mood, you're ready to spank one out. And you're scrolling Twitter and there's some hot chicks, you know, Juice. You're good. I mean, I do not do the heart like, because that's a strong, bold move on your part. That's a strong. I even sometimes go back and look through my likes to fucking pray I didn't like something I wasn't supposed to, you know?
Well, I like how Twitter doesn't show what you like. Other people don't see it. Like Instagram, you like something, like everybody can see like what you liked, which I'm not a big liker on the old Instagram. I don't think I've liked anything in over a year.
I'll go after it on Instagram.
I did go after it on Instagram. I pulled a Juice on Instagram for a long time until one of my girlfriends called me out. Not a girlfriend, but like a girlfriend called me out on it. She's like, "Hey, buddy, by the way, I can see every fucking pair of tits you're liking on Instagram." I'm like, "Hell yeah!" I'm like, not doing that anymore.
You know what I like, so we're all on the same fucking page here, right?
God damn it! I gotta stop getting on social media when I'm horny.
And then vice versa. Sometimes you get on social media, and then that's what makes you horny. It's just a vicious circle.
It's hard. You know, so like for every chick in a bikini picture I like 6, you know, dad photos and 6 football photos and 6 beer photos. You know, you get it.
You gotta tweak the algorithm a little bit.
Yeah, you gotta fuck it up.
James, how do people follow you on Twitter so they can also see the dump outs and stuff?
The personal page is at Juice85OR7. And the 85 is the number 85. The 7 is the number 7. And then a little bit more podcast content and stuff like that. More like movies, television, things like that is the JK Media 85. That's the other Twitter as well. And then
they want the dump out one, I'm sure.
Yeah, that's the best one. I'm actually like, guys, like just having this conversation with you guys is solidifying the fact in my brain that I almost need to get rid of my like Facebook or my podcast pages and just do my straight page. Like, you guys are gonna laugh and enjoy that way more than the stuff I forget to post on the JK Media 85 page.
Yeah.
Unless you get some listeners that don't really like know you personally and just know the show,
right?
You know what I mean?
That's why I need a social media manager, man. That's what I'm thinking about.
That's, you know, I had for a while, I had a quote unquote professional Twitter, and I done away with that real fucking quick. I was like, you know, whatever. You know, if they see that I like porn stars, they're gonna realize I'm human because they like the same porn stars.
Oh yeah. you're not trying to be president. So
I'm not trying to be well, you know, I was at one point, and I was like, well, there's probably pictures of my dick somewhere on the internet, so I gotta.
I mean, you said probably like it's a chance that there isn't.
No, I guarantee you there's probably somewhere out there.
If there is, you'll find it.
We'll see. Hey, just go ahead and retweet. Yeah, if you can retweet that, you know.
That's a question though. I did have a question for you guys though. I did hear this question on another podcast, and I didn't feel like they gave a good enough answer, in my opinion. So I think you guys have better brains than them. If a chick, for example, for you, Matt, since you're the single one, if a girl has an OnlyFans, do you want to know about it, or would you rather stumble across it or not know about it at all? And then for the other two guys, if you were in the dating pool and somebody had an OnlyFans or was selling like feet pics, or maybe not feet pics, because that's not as big a deal in my opinion, but just selling like nudes, would you want to know about it, or would you rather be oblivious to the whole thing?
Yeah, well, I've got a confession.
I mean, you want to go first, Matt?
Well, I mean, I would say that I am more sexually open than the average white male. But I mean, the fact that I, you know, don't hide my sexuality. My rule is, and honestly, I have a confession to make. I've been in 2 videos.
Nice.
But my face is not in it. You can't see anything. But my dick.
Nice. Dude.
I mean, it's not just me. It's not me. It's me standing there jerking off in a mirror. No. No, I mean, like, hey, money talks, bullshit walks.
So
they're actually older. This is early days of OnlyFans before COVID-19, believe it or not. So
now if you saw him, his pubes would have some gray in it. So
yeah, I got a little more gray in the pubes. The head's a little bolder. My ass a little more shaved now. You get
his old set of balls and dick had a fucking chin strap.
No, but my
early 2000s.
No, I would honestly because I've encouraged a lot of females that I know. Like, I'm not gonna call them out here on the page, but there's several girls that I know that have an OnlyFans because I encourage them to do it.
So
And
you would be good with it even in the relationship if they keep doing it.
yeah, I mean, as long as they're not fucking other dudes on there,
Well, that's another caveat that you got to fucking explore. Like, what about that?
I would just be the
females.
dude.
I'm like, hey, you can bang any one of your female friends on your OnlyFans. Go for it, please. I'll watch. I'll tape.
I would want to make the money. Like, I would be like, let's do this. Like, I would push it. Like, let's do this and get rich.
Yeah.
Go in there. Hey, go pitch it. Go take the microphone inside. Pitch it to your wife right now to see what she says.
I'm out.
But honey, I think. Hey, no. Bro, that's a play. This week you have to get on video. You pitching to your wife. I'd be like, honey, money's tight. I think you should start an OnlyFans account.
He pulls out the invoices
Do
from
it.
other
Oh
people
my
to
god,
buy
that'd be fire content. Oh my god.
She don't even know what that is, dude.
Yeah,
She
you can
knows
show
what
her.
OnlyFans
You can
is.
show her.
Everybody knows what it is.
She doesn't
Everybody,
know.
she knows what it is because 6 of her friends have one. I'm sure it's 2020.
So
Everybody.
I'm taking that Matt is good with it. Duncan's good with it, and
Nope.
then Hildebrand's
Yeah,
not.
nah. I'm not.
Yeah, Megan doesn't know what OnlyFans is, dude. She saw it on the bank slip, and I told her it was like a Colts fan site.
So what's Matt? What's your link? What's your OnlyFans link?
It's not my
check it out.
OnlyFans. I have convinced.
That's a lie that I would tell my wife, Chris, and it would not go away. Like, it would not go well. Like, that's
Babe, it's a
crazy.
Colts.
It's funny.
fanatic page. I
I've
bet you
convinced
like it.
I've convinced several people that I have one, but I do not. But I don't even know if the chick even has her page anymore. So to be honest with you, but it doesn't mean my dick it doesn't mean my dick's not out there somewhere. I mean, I got I'm not gonna lie, she paid me very well, and it was a chick that I'd already hooked up with before. It's not like I just I answered at some ad on Craigslist, and I fucked a 400-pound buffalo for $400. No, it was a chick that I'd already hooked up with before. Yeah, and she's like, "Hey, I need something."
Did you money shot it in the video?
Did I money shot it?
Yeah, like did you bust?
We had this conversation pre-show. I have gotten worse about pulling out.
Hey, Juice, do you know what Matt and my sofa in the living room have in common?
What's that?
Neither one of them pull out.
God, that's why I stopped having sex, guys. 2020.
Yeah.
Got the 2020 blues here in this
You're a
motherfucker.
born again virgin.
I'm a born again virgin. By the way, the first thing I do this morning is I walk in the kitchen, I open the cabinet. There's virgin, was it? I don't know. Virgin olive oil, whatever, or super
Extra virgin.
extra virgin olive oil. Yeah, and I posted that on the Snapchat and got a lot of comments on it. Like, these bitches know about my sex life. Simmer down, okay?
Yeah.
Get out of my shit.
Me and my wife have been social distancing all year.
You've been socially all marriage.
Keeping it safe. Keeping it safe.
You're talking about what are you talking about? 2020. You guys have been social distancing since you put the ring on the finger, bud.
Yeah, really, it's easy.
This is the easiest thing I ever did. Okay. Are you ready? We are. I love every week we do the show. We bullshit for the first 45 minutes and we don't even get into anything. But Juice, you want to hang out for a minute and find out some bullshit that's going on right now? Or
Yeah, I'll hang out. I'll give you guys about 10 minutes. All right, a quick 10. All right.
All right, we're gonna go and start with the NFL. And honestly, there's not much I have to say about the Colts right now, other than it was a shorthanded week. I honestly think it would be a different outcome. Not saying we'd beat Tennessee, but it'd be a lot closer game if we were healthy. That's all I'm saying. And they were depleted too, but I'm just saying we were missing our left tackle. And by the way, we're now 2-13, I think, without Anthony Costanzo. So definitely
He didn't mean shit, dude. You know who we missed.
Oh, DeForest Buckner by far.
That right there was the big one.
DeForest Buckner, I mean, and I say people last year were dogging the cover two, and I say what makes the cover two work is a consistent pass rush, and that's what DeForest Buckner is for us. He completely changes the dynamic of our defense. So,
well, he clogs the middle up and frees up linebackers to make.
Yeah, exactly. I mean,
yeah,
absolutely. He's that big. I forget the name of the name of the quote unquote position in a cover two, but he's the big, defensive tackles. He's the Booger McFarland.
The nose tackle?
Well, no, it was not technically a nose because it's a 3-4, but you get it. Anyways, but I'm saying, what's unfortunate is we have 5 games left, and now we're 2 games behind Tennessee. because they own the tiebreaker now. So we need some help. The thing is, they've got a tough schedule. We've got a tough schedule. Here's my prediction, Duncan. I know you're not going to agree with me. I think the Steelers are going to remain unbeaten until they get to us, and we're going to beat the Steelers. That's my prediction.
Good, man. I hope. Don't get me wrong.
I just think that's the Colts. That's what they do. We get a lot of COVID games. I hope Ben Roethlisberger gets COVID.
No, not that. That they have to add an extra week, so they have to add extra playoff teams. That's our only hope right now.
Did they have to add? No, I mean, we're 7th seed right now. We're fine. I mean, we're going to get in the playoff.
Yeah, but I mean, what I'm saying is we'll go 3-2 the rest of the year, and then if they add another week, like if you have more COVID games, then they're going to add more playoff teams. So then that opens it up. You know what I mean? It helps us out a lot more. That's all I got to say. Yeah. That's why I was hoping that the Steelers-Ravens game would get pushed to the end of the year. That way they would have to add the playoff teams.
They want Lamar Jackson in the playoffs so bad.
They want to see him lose in the first round so bad.
I know, guys, because I called it. Lamar Jackson's not a good NFL quarterback, guys. I'm sorry. He's going to be out of the league in 2 years. I think
also you got to throw in a little bit with the coaching too, because Lamar Jackson, like they had a great year because the scheme was new, but he's even come out and said teams know what we're doing. You got to be able to change it up.
But I mean, here's the thing: is he's not a great
unless he's not able to comprehend them coming up with new schemes, which could also be the thing. Like I'm not saying that he's a dumbass, but maybe he is, and maybe he just can't understand new schemes. So they're like, fuck it, we'll just do the same thing we've been doing.
Well, he's got a big arm, but honestly, he's not a great quarterback. He's not a great thrower of the football. He's not super accurate. I mean, and that's the thing. That's what makes mobile guys like Russell Wilson and Patrick Mahomes different is the fact they're super good throwers of the football. They can get the ball where it needs to be in all positions of the field.
Yep,
Lamar
they're
Jackson,
athletes and smart, and they have good players around them as well. Really quick though, Matt, I wanted to get on you a little bit because you and I think there was 3 or 4 other people defending Phillip Rivers like wholeheartedly.
Yeah, and honestly, I do have a comment on that. So bring that up. Yeah. Okay, what I was going to say, it was announced. I see it on Twitter, and I mentioned this to my brother, and I should have posted on Facebook, but honestly, I try to avoid posting anything Colts anymore because I hate Indy fans. And no, you're not bad. I know, because honestly, when you have an opinion, you can back it up. But Indy fans are so goddamn stupid. Like, Josh, you're not a Colts fan, but you could probably admit, I mean, just so stupid. They're so hot and cold. Like, we've been kicking everybody's ass. We slip up one game with 6 people out with COVID, etc., left tackle, and everybody's already jumping off the fucking ship. I'm like, chill the fuck out. But Phillip Rivers, okay, he hurt his I don't know, was it an ankle, whatever, in the game?
Turf toe.
Turf toe, exactly, turf toe. So I noticed that he was having problems planting that foot and throwing the ball. That's why a lot of his passes were sound. So, like, when you say, like, he sucks, no, he's been playing really good lately. He can't throw the ball right now. So maybe he should have sit the game out. So, maybe you're right there. But I think it's because he was injured. So, was he playing bad? But it was because he's injured.
Right. And I just think that he's a guy that we picked up, and I had eternal optimism. I'm always an optimistic guy when it comes to my sports teams. I was like, oh yeah, I really hope he does well. I actually look at him like I look at the president. Hey, he's in there, so let's hope that he does well. I don't ever want to wish him bad. But then when I'm seeing him not seem to be able to gel with anybody, and then that led me to another question that I wanted to ask both of you guys. I know we're just getting like Colts homer talk right now, but is TY lost a little bit? Because is that why they're not connecting, or is it because Phillip can't get him the ball, or is it his weird throwing motion? Like, what do you think it is? Because it feels like TY is not, like, he had his first touchdown of the whole fucking season last game, and he looks open. He looks like, and then he throws a pass to him, and there's drops that you've never seen TY have before. So what's your guys' thoughts between
I think there's a few things. First and foremost, I don't think he's quite 100%. Maybe he is now. He looks good. The last 2 or 3 games when he's gotten the ball in his hands, he looks like he's comfortable and he's run away. Like, one thing's great about TY, and this is what kind of pisses me off about how we're using him right now, is he's really good after the catch because he's super fast, he's elusive, he's agile, etc. I think the Colts use him wrong, and I think Frank's offense is not very suitable for a guy to be a solid number one. And the reason is Frank spreads the ball out so much. And like I do have a problem with Frank's coaching in the sense that I think he tends to overthink things at times. Cause I will say our 4 losses, I attribute to coaching more than anything. Like that would, if they say like, why did we lose that game? I would say, I thought the coaching was poor, whether that's all Frank Wright, yes or no. I'm just saying overall, like it was a coaching, mistake or bad game plan, etc. But with Frank's offense, we spread the ball around so much. I mean, you see it every game. Phillips completed 10 passes into 8 different receivers. We're never. I don't think as long as Frank Reich's our coach, we're never going to have a true number one. I mean, we're going to have a guy that's going to be a monster, maybe but we're never going to have a true number one where we have a guy catching 112 passes and the other 2 catch 60. It's just we spread the ball out. But I mean, has he lost a step? It's possible. He's 31 years old, but right. I think we need to use TY like we use Marvin Harrison. Get him the ball, 3-yard screen. I mean, he's being pressed on every play. Get him the damn ball in space, move him around, put him in motion, get him the damn ball in space.
The problem is that we have check down Rivers, dude. I mean, he throws the tight ends, he throws the shallow crossing routes, he throws the running backs in the flat. Rivers don't throw down the field, man. You put TY on any other team, like put him on the Chiefs or put him on a team that with a vertical passing game, he's back to being an elite receiver.
He's not physical enough to run slants,
exactly.
run the middle.
So
you can't get him in the middle of the field. You got to get him outside the numbers. You got to get him deep.
He's not much smaller than Marvin Harrison was. And Marvin made
exactly. Marvin folded like a lawn chair when he caught one over the middle.
I think that's the problem. Last Colts Homer question. Is it possible that Trey Burton could become a guy for us, like one of the guys?
If Phillip Rivers is our quarterback, without a doubt.
But I'm saying, could he be good with another quarterback? Like, is he somebody that's? I mean,
he's good in our system, without a doubt. Like that's why Pittman's so good. He's a big physical guy that can run that shallow cross, and that's why he's been getting looks and getting touches and all that.
I mean, that's what it sucks. Like, they just announced today that Paris Campbell's not coming back this year, so we're hoping.
Like, if you think about all of T.Y. Hilton's looks, they're like comeback routes at the first down marker, like 10-yard comeback routes.
That's it.
Try to do that. I mean, he's not. Rivers is not a vertical passer. I'm sorry.
Yeah, and then the last. Like I said, last thing, because it's still with the tight ends. Mo Alley Cox, should we be getting
raw athlete?
Raw athlete, yeah, for sure. I mean, he's still going to get better. He's super young. I think it's his 3rd year, maybe.
I think the downfall with Mo. I mean, he's athletic as hell, but liability in the running game. No, he can't block.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna tell you the big thing too is and this is what I meant to mention with Phil's. When we brought Phil in here, he wasn't supposed to be the big focal point of offense. We were thinking 2-headed Marlon Mack, Jonathan Taylor offense, running the ball, and a lot of people discredit. We thought Jonathan Taylor would come in here and be a beast, and I don't think, I think that Jonathan Taylor's still going to be a really good football player, and it showed flashes, but it takes some running back some time to adjust to the speed of the game. And people discredit so much how good Marlon Mack was. I mean, Marlon Mack had elite vision for a running back. I think he was on pace if he was healthy last year to be one of the top running backs in the league. Like, he would have finished top 5 in yards if he stayed healthy over the course of the season. So,
I don't think so. What are you paying Phillip Rivers?
$25 million, but I mean,
hand the ball off and not. I mean, you drafted a wide receiver. You got T.Y. Hilton. You got the tight end. I think you brought him in to throw the ball.
No, I love when people bring us up. I love when people bring us up because we had $100 million to spend. It didn't matter we played Phillip Rivers. We had $100 million to spend. I'm like, people are like, we paid him $25 million. I'm like, who cares? We had $100 million just sitting there. Like, we could have paid him $50 million. Like, it don't matter.
What was wrong with Brissett then? Why not ride with him?
He's worse as bad. Honestly, as bad as
throw the ball. So you paid him to come throw the ball.
Okay, we're better at this point this year on offense than we were last year by far. It's not even close. By far. Passing by far. Yeah. And it's not like our offense is that much different as far as the offensive weapons. I mean, TY is still not 100%, our receivers are still injured. We don't have Jack Doyle. Maybe Jack, it just isn't a focal point in our offense, but where's Jack Doyle been as far as a
blocking,
a receiver? Blocking for the most part. But I'm saying, like, people all expected Jack Doyle to have a monster season as well. I'm like, where's he been? So
There's probably 23, 24 teams in the league right now that would love Phillip Rivers and your passing game.
Oh, 100%.
So
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, I think we're going to compete with anybody because we have a good defense. But
you think we're better than the Bengals?
Yeah.
Hey, that was just barely. You got down 21-0 real fast.
Just wait till Eason's our quarterback, buddy.
Hey, here.
By the way, Pro Bowl, that big
you guys could suck my dick.
Hashtag Pro Bowl vote. Vote for all the Pro Bowl. Vote for all the Colts. All your favorite players. I don't give a fuck what team you vote for. But I love how our podcast, for every share of our podcast, hashtag Pro Bowl vote Jacob Eason. Jacob Eason gets a Pro Bowl vote. He's our third string quarterback, our future Hall of Famer. Let's go, guys. Share the fuck out of this show. Piss off our Bengals fan, our co-host here, Josh, if you could. Josh, what's going on with the Bengals? Is there any hope there in Cincinnati?
Yeah, they're going to beat the Steelers.
Yeah?
Yes.
I would love for you guys to beat the Steelers.
Yes.
I think as good as the Steelers are, I mean, that defense is legit. Whether you want to say the Steelers are as good as, most people think they are, that defense is legit. Are they – will they win the Super Bowl? It's hard to tell. I think the Chiefs are just –
they're ridiculous.
They're just ridiculous. Mahomes looks like remember when Peyton was in his prime? Just he looked like you just couldn't stop him. Like it didn't matter what situation, he would just sit back there and just carve you up. Mahomes is with more talent, is doing that right now. Like just ridiculous.
You guys wouldn't believe because you guys are here in Indianapolis. Life's good for a Colts fan, but. Man, the shit show in Cincinnati. If you guys only had a clue, man.
I mean, I've been to a few games there.
That's what it's like. I mean, we see it.
The staff, not on the field, just off the field. The staff, just the locker room right now. It's bad. You got coaches calling players dumbasses. And it's fucking crazy.
Yeah, but
pretty much your locker room is like a team full of beavers, and the head coach is mad.
It's bad, man.
Man, could you imagine? Could you imagine 3 beavers on this show? That's a female's worst nightmare. Like you talk about an orgasm preventer right there.
The whole time.
Like I think you could play Beavers v. I cannot talk. Beaver's voice at a Catholic church and would stop the priest from touching little boys. I think like it's just such a turnoff. I think, or maybe it would turn them on. I don't know.
All right, boys. I'm getting ready to head out. Before I head out, though, I want you guys to answer a question. I'm going to click end on my end, and I'll watch and listen to the podcast. I'm going to have a segment on my show, just kind of like dad related. So I want to hear your guys's any dad or father figure that gave you the best advice you've ever had, and I'll listen later.
All right, Juice. You have a good one,
buddy. Dunk, I'll let you start, buddy, because today is your grandfather's birthday. How old would your grandpa be today, by the way?
Oh, man.
Math is hard.
I don't know if I could tell you.
Not important. My grandpa would be 83 this year. He was born in 37, so
grandpa would be right around there.
Yeah. So, good. I would say great advice. By the way, I would. There's a lot of lessons I would point out. Duncan, I want you to start though. Do you? Because I kind of have my answers. If you don't know your answers yet, I can shoot off.
I know mine immediately.
Okay, go ahead, buddy.
Mine's probably my my stepdad. I'll never forget it. He was like, what do you do? Like, I was struggling, in life and stuff at the time. And he was like, what are your goals? And I was like, I don't know, just get a good job and make good money and, live, I guess. And he was like, feel sorry for you. And, I'm like, why? And he's like, it's just not, it's good to have a job and good to make money. But he said, you always have to have something that you do for you. Like you have to have a personal escape. Like for him, he was in like bands and stuff all the time. You know what I mean? Like he would go to work, pay his bills, do his thing with the family, but he always had like a dream and something that he loved to do. And that always has stuck with me. And that's kind of what this show's become. And just doing shows and doing like the daily fantasy stuff. It's kind of what that is. It's my personal getaway, my release, my dream. You know what I mean? So that's always kind of stuck with me when he told me that.
Hell yeah. When he first told you that, was it your rap career though? Because that was earlier in your life, correct?
This was probably post
Post rap career.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. No, that's great advice too. Like awesome. You know, what I've met or what I've talked to Ray, he seems like a badass dude, but just became Facebook friends, by the way. So big moment here in our lives. Josh, do you have some good advice?
Man, I don't know if there's any one thing in particular. It's just family, man, just being there for family, being there for friends, and just doing the right thing, whether you get rewarded for anything, get paid back. I think that's it. That was the message growing up. Just work hard and do what's right.
Be a good person.
Do what's right to people, and you'll get it paid back eventually.
Yeah, good advice too.
I would say, and Dunk, you could probably second this, but with what you said, Josh, as well, my grandpa led by example, and like if there was, I don't know if there's a better example of a human than my grandpa, as far as to me, of what a man was, the way he treated my grandma, the way he treated his family, the way he prioritized us, the way he treated people, and honestly, I think everybody, in a sense, wants to feel wanted. And I think what made my grandpa great is I think when he approached everybody, he made them feel like it was a huge deal that they were in that room that day, you know, and honestly, and that's, I think that's the most memorable thing about my grandpa. And I try to be that way as well. Like I want to make a presence, and I want people that I love and know, I want them to know that they're important to me when I see them. So that's why I hug people, I dab them up, you know, I make it known that I'm excited to see you. So,
you and your brother both share that quality in life. Juice he does the same stuff too. Like I see that. That's one thing about you two that I see, you know, they have very in common. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. And one thing I've learned from my brother, and I don't know if there's in particular quote from my brother, but as far as being yourself, because if there's one thing I can say about my brother, he does not fit in any. You can't put my brother in any category. Like he just motherfucker. He's a hybrid. He doesn't match his clothes. You know, I mean, just you can't put him. Can't put him in hybrid. He does his own thing. And honestly, if there's one thing in my life that I'm most proud of, it's that I was always raised to be myself, no matter what. And if 90% of the people were going right, I was going left. Like I always.
What's the Kurt Cobain quote? You laugh at me because I'm different, and I laugh at you all because you're all the same.
100%.
Yep.
100%.
Hell yeah, man. Good moment, man. Good touchy moment. Thanks, Juice, for the question.
We'll go ahead and intermission here so we can all take a few cries. You know, we've been going live for an hour. We've barely went over any news. What else is going on in the NFL? The Bucs suck.
Tom Brady's being a bitch.
How about
somehow came back and covered a 3.5 spread in that game?
How about that? I mean,
how the fuck, man?
I think it's going to be great that we're finally going to get a year where Tom Brady and the Patriots are out of the playoffs. I thought for sure that the Patriots would probably sneak in. I didn't think the Bills, would be this good this year. But here we are.
The Patriots, dude, I think it's hilarious that it's about the same time this year that they were doing the whole, is it Belichick, is it Brady talk last year. So then they had to hear that the whole end of the year. And now is it Brady or is it Arians?
Yeah.
Like the same talk is going down about it.
And I will say this, and I'm going to call out all of national media where they're talking about how Arians' system is not helping Brady. I mean, that just proves that he's a system fucking quarterback.
Arians' system is not built, like I said, for a statue. You know what I mean? It's not built for a guy back there, just a statue and throw. It
can be a statue, but
it's a vertical passing game. Unless you have an elite offensive line, it's not going to work with Brady back there, 40-some years old, can't really move. You got to have somebody a little agile. You know what I mean?
Yep.
But I mean, that being said, if you're the greatest quarterback of all time, I feel like you can go in there, take command, and say. Or you can do some check downs. You could figure it out.
Yeah, I mean, Brady would kill it in our system. To be honest with you, he'd Rivers check down the hell out of the Colts receivers.
Yeah, but no, I would say that if Brady was here as our quarterback, I would just sit the year out. I would
love it.
I'd be like these damn players. I'd be like these damn players kneeing on the field. Fuck them.
This motherfucker would have a TB12 fucking tobogging on
all the time. Oh, Tom.
No, there'd be a hard I will say this: when Brady retires, I'll be disappointed in the fact that I enjoyed watching him lose very much. I always cheer. I enjoyed cheering against him for 20 years. I will say that because
is there anybody who's gonna take his spot? Like, because I know I see like the future being like Mahomes being ridiculous and a lot of success in that future. But I can't hate him.
But everybody,
you know what I mean?
Him. Yeah,
I can't hate
him.
him. Like I love watching him play. Like with Brady, like I fucking hated the Patriots and Tom Brady. Like I hated them.
I mean, I don't
know.
And
I'm
not
our hatred from here.
I'm not convinced the Titans are going to be our rival for the next 10 years. They seem too inconsistent to me. I mean, they're still getting better, but
not even like Colts rival, and in a sense, like the Bucks aren't our rival, but we still hate we hate.
You understand? What we witnessed between Peyton and Brady was a once in a lifetime thing. We're never going to get. There's never going to be a replacement for that. Unfortunately, that was something we should have.
Yeah, like you could have like a
It
like
could
it'd be
be
Mahomes and Wilson, or something like that, maybe.
It could have been
never.
Oh yeah,
could have
Mahomes and Luck definitely could have been it if we still had.
Mahomes and Luck would definitely be but never in the history of the NFL have two quarterbacks of that caliber been like that good at the same time and led teams of that caliber. But yeah, Luck and Mahomes, God, don't make me cry. Josh did that shit on purpose. He's like, Andrew Luck.
Fuck you guys, Andrew Luck.
Hey, by the way, Joe Burrow had successful surgery yesterday. Yeah, so that's awesome to hear.
He's a piece of Joe. I like Joe too, man. I love watching him play too.
Yeah,
he reminds me of Luck actually. Like I've been telling Josh all year. I was like, dude, you guys are getting him murdered like the Colts did Luck back in the day, and like I teased a piece of him about surgery went well, but as soon as he went down with that knee, I was like, look, Burrow's got a matching knee brace like Luck had from now on for the rest of his career.
Hey,
like, getting him destroyed. Their situation reminds me a lot of Luck when we first drafted him.
Yeah, it sucks. Unfortunately, the organization. I can't say much. We had Ryan Grigson, so never mind.
Oh, you don't remember, dude? We had no offensive line. Luck was getting murdered, dude.
I mean, like people don't understand. Like
play.
I like when people are like Andrew Luck's overrated. I'm like, you don't understand how bad those teams were. They were bad, and that dude just carried us. I mean, that Lions game. Me and Beaver went to that Lions game where we came back, where we were down. We were down two touchdowns, and there's 4 minutes left. And he threw an interception with like 4 minutes left, and we still came back and won the game. I mean, and Luck just marched us down the field. The guy, so disappointing.
Like I wonder what he's like. He's been ghost. Like I haven't heard from like.
Well, you don't have social media. He's probably reading a book right now. Like
I think he might be watching the show.
Yeah, he might. What up? I hope he retweets it. Probably Jacob Eason. Let's go.
I thought he just had a kid, didn't he?
He did just have a kid.
Yeah, I thought so.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if it was just recently, but within the last year he had a kid, because I know they announced that they were pregnant. So
I guarantee that kid makes Super Eater in elementary school.
I just hope he comes and plays for the Colts in 20 years.
I hope I'm alive to see it.
I just want little Arch Manning.
Arch, yeah.
Well, we got 6 years until Arch comes out of college. If the Jacob Eason era don't work out, we can take Arch Manning.
Josh, how many wins do the Bengals have right now?
2.
I
think a 2-8-1.
So
right?
there's definitely a chance that you guys could get the number 1 pick again.
There's a chance.
Could you imagine?
We're in it.
Look,
Who do you think?
If you did get the pick, even after this with the Burrow injury, would you take Trevor Lawrence?
No, you guys, no, absolutely not. You got to
even after the Burrow line. Even after the knee.
No, you got to build that offensive line.
People have talked about it, like why not? Kind of thing. Just why not try it and see?
Could you imagine that 2 of the best fucking people to come out since Luck, both of them go to fucking Cincinnati?
But here's the thing.
And die.
Here's why die. And they're the Caribbean 3 years.
Here's why you would do it though. You could do it. Draft him. Go through off season, maybe go through into training camp. See which one you like more, and trade the other one for a
shit ton of
fucking
picks.
Everything.
Yeah.
So
I think
there's value in that.
Or you could just trade the pick straight up and probably get the same thing.
Sure.
I just would be. I mean, I'm just worried about that knee, man. That was a bad one.
Yeah, he'll be all right.
That'll be fine.
I hope
We'll figure it out. Everything. By the way, did you guys watch the Tyson Roy Jones Jr. fight?
Oh yeah, all of it.
By the way, there's a rumor that Roy Jones is going to fight Anderson Silva next, which I'm pretty excited about. Which I honestly, I wish that fight, boxing. I wish it happened 10 years ago because I think Anderson Silva, even at Anderson Silva's age, is going to wax him. Like Anderson's still a lot more agile than Roy Jones Jr. is.
Yeah, Roy looked a little rough in the Tyson fight. You can tell
a little rough. I mean, I told people
the superior.
And if you pay $50 for that fight, I warned you on the show last week, do not pay $50. Stream it illegally on the internet like an adult.
Yeah, that's what I did.
Yeah, that's what I did as well. But the big fight, the big thing was, how about Jake Paul knocking out former NBA Nate Robinson?
That was a fucking mess.
I love it. I mean, Nate was talking shit. Nate was talking shit, and here's what I'll say: do not for athletes that want to cross over into fighting, do not come into that and thinking you can just step in there without taking it seriously. Because I'm telling you right now, if you go to the park and you get beat in a basketball game, it's not that embarrassing. When you get knocked out,
yeah.
Like
you can't play boxing, as Snoop Dogg said. Like you can't play this pimping. You can't play boxing. That's two things in life you can't play. So Snoop Dogg's commentary made the whole evening.
Oh, he was awesome. I heard. Yeah,
he was the best. And the performance. Oh, dude, I was bouncing in the bedroom at like 11:30 at night.
But I love if I'm a few major call outs to Jake Paul, Lance Stevenson. Let's go. I love that. I'm all about that. I would do anything. Like I'd be DMing Lance. Like I wanted to be in your corner, bro. If I got to fucking clean your spit off the boxing ring, I'll do it, bub. Just let me in your corner. Let me be the guy that smacks you before you get in the ring to hype you up. Like
how about Jake Paul thinking that he could knock out Conor McGregor? Conor McGregor would absolutely destroy him, right?
And Conor, honestly, Conor's not a world-class boxer. He's he
held his own with Mayweather, dude. Like in prime Mayweather. Like they, decent. He held his own decent enough in that fight that he will fucking murder that Paul.
He would murder the Paul guy. I mean,
he would murder he would murder the Paul guy, because I'm telling you right now, if you have 2 years of MMA training, you'll murder every guy at the local bar. I mean, like it's just and Jake Paul is 6 months above the local guy at the bar. I mean, here's the thing. Honestly, what I was gonna say about Conor and Roy Jones Jr. or not Roy Jones, but Floyd Mayweather. Okay, first and foremost, Floyd was not in his prime, and two, Floyd carried his ass.
Well, he was in more of a prime than Nate Robinson.
Now, I will say for sure, Conor looked pretty good in that fight, but don't get twisted.
I'm not saying he's a top-notch boxer. All I'm saying is Jake Paul needs to stay in his lane and slow his roll, because you do not want to step in there.
No, absolutely not. No,
you're not going to hang back, and he's not going to run in and try to hug you every time. Like.
And I will
destroy.
I will tell all the Conor McGregor nut huggers that one, Floyd is a defensive boxer, and if Floyd wanted to end that fight in the second or third round, he could have. He just had.
That's exactly what I was gonna ask you. I thought Floyd could end it real early, but he didn't.
Super early. No.
Get the payday.
Get the payday. Put on a show. He even said he's like, I want to put on the show. Like. Get it. And honestly, here's the thing: if Floyd came to MMA, the fight would end in 20 seconds. Because I mean, you look what happened. Randy Couture fought James Toney, and all he did was just single legged him and just put him in an arm bar and choked him out, like an arm bar. Like you put him in an arm triangle. Excuse me. Yeah, and just choked him out. So like it's the same thing, like completely different sports, like you can't go now granted, if you're a really good MMA boxer, you could definitely go compete in MMA boxing. But no matter how good you are at boxing, you cannot transition to MMA and expect to compete in a cage, because there's a chance that you could either get kicked in the face, you could get kneed in the face, you can get taken down. There's a lot more elements.
Do you think Brock Lesnar could do it? Do you think he could transition into boxing?
No, he's not a stand-up fighter. No, I mean, could he transition?
And he fucking punches a ton though, and he's so fast.
No, he can't take a punch though. No,
that's true.
And I mean, like, here's the thing with boxing too, is a lot of boxing is, there's a lot of dirty boxing. People standing there, kind of stand in the pocket and take short punches. Brock will never be that guy. Like Brock's a wrestler. That's why Brock had success in the UFC, is because he's a wrestler. He don't want to take punches.
You don't think he can come out fast and just end the fight? Like He's got one hit knockout.
I mean, against somebody like Jake Paul, he's going.
Yeah, he's fighting Jake
sure.
Paul. I love Chris Lytle also told Jake Paul to go to bare knuckle. He said, "Come to bare knuckle. I fought you in bare knuckle."
Yeah,
I would love to see
I'll
that.
be your Huckleberry. He'd fucking that'd be a wrap.
Yeah,
real
so
fast.
I would love that. And also, Ron Artest called out Jake Paul.
and then Beaver called out Ron Artest.
Yeah, Beaver called out Ron Artest. So I still want to see. This was rumored that Ron Artest and Ben Wallace were going to have a boxing match back in the day. I would have loved to see that.
Yeah,
that'd be cool. I want to see Beaver see Ron Artest because I want to see him.
I want to see him talk shit to Ron.
Well, he claims he's going to kick him in the nuts if you ever met him. So I'd like to be there and see that.
Hey, no, because if I'm there, I'm gonna be like, hey, Ron, I'm a totally instigate the fuck out of that. Like, Ron, my buddy over here has been talking shit about you for roughly 15 years now, so I think you should probably go over there and do something about it.
Well, it's meta.
Meta. You get it. No, it's funny because one day he posted on Twitter. I get Ron Artest to retweet me all the time, by the way, or not retweet you, but like my tweets all the time because I always reply to his shit and I always put something funny because he asked me what my top 5 favorite basketball players were, and I put Ron Artest, Meta World Peace. I put Panda's friend. I said 4, the guy who elbowed James Harden, and I said 5, the dude who went in the stands in Detroit.
What's the Panda one? I don't know that one.
Yeah, he was rumored to change his name to Panda's friend at one point.
Panda's
it never
friend,
happened.
huh?
Yeah, swear to God.
Jesus.
That's a real thing. How much does he's got to do drugs? Like
CSD or something.
Yeah, he's got something. He's got. Where was he? Where's he from? New York, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
He
so
he was a monster in college too.
Yeah.
I remember him in college vividly. He was a killer.
All right, what else is going on in the terrific world? I'm gonna rattle through some things here. We've already been going on for about an hour and 15, so rattle through some things going on. You sent me this today. I had already seen it, but how about the guy who bought a PS5 and told his wife it was an air purifier? I love this. I think it's fucking brilliant. And she when she found out it was a PS5, what's the move there when you're sitting there like, oh, honey, by the way, our air purifier comes with games.
He had to have been playing it when she wasn't there.
Just shit his pants. Yeah.
If you've seen the new PS, it looks like it could be an air purifier.
No, they've got it. They've got a side-by-side picture here on the article, and it looks just like an air purifier. Like it's almost identical. Oh my! But so where was this guy from? A Taiwanese man. It was one of the lucky few to get a PlayStation 5. His wife, a Taiwanese from Taiwan.
Oh, okay.
So his wife found out it wasn't an air purifier and decided to sell his PS5. If your wife sells your PS5, Duncan, is that call for divorce, you think?
Nah, definitely not divorce. I'm too lazy. I'd have to move and like pack stuff.
Pack stuff, hire a lawyer.
Yeah.
That's a lot of work.
Yeah, you're not getting rid of me.
I think if you ever get a divorce, I'm going to be your lawyer, by the way.
How big of a man? You got to have your nuts in her purse, dude, to just sit back and let this go down. You know what I'm saying? Like, and
let her sell it,
and to be scared to not even tell her what it is and tell her that it's an air purifier to begin with. Like, I couldn't imagine doing that. Like, I couldn't imagine. Like, I just told Megan, like, you know, hey, I'm going to go pick it up. You know?
Hey, I'm gonna go pick up the new PS5, babe. Yep. See back 20.
I'm not gonna like hide it. Like, I don't know. I couldn't imagine living like that. Like, I wouldn't be married if that was the case.
For sure,
without
man.
a doubt.
That would suck.
Other thing going on.
They do it different over there in Taiwan, you know?
Like Taiwanese, they're crazy bastards, I guess. But speaking of crazy bastards, so I'm watching the VMAs the other day, and The Weeknd's got a fucking like full bandage on his face. I'm like, what the fuck's this about? So I looked it up, like thinking he'd gotten an accident or something. So he's promoting his album. What?
He's Super Bowl performer this year too.
Yeah, I seen that as well. So I wonder if he's gonna come out with a full bandage on his face. So
I didn't see the bandage on this. I did not watch the VMAs.
He goes, I tried not to, but I just happened to be like, I just happened to be scrolling the channels, and that's the one I stopped on, unfortunately. So for a few minutes. So like he's got a full fucking bandage on his face. And his answer was, I don't want to ever promote drunk driving, but he was telling the story of his album. And part of the story is Blinding Lights is about, you know, driving home drunk, you know, essentially. So so he was promoting his album. Cool. I like the move. Pretty strong.
I dig the Weeknd. I like the Weeknd.
I do too. I'm not really my type of music, but like I like all the shit. Like
He's pretty good.
Oh,
Good hair too. Real
another
good
thing
hair.
about the VMAs, I loved. They showed the audience a few times, so they still had audience members, but they're all spaced out. I can't get over it. I mean, like even I wonder if you like brought friends. Everybody was spaced out. There was no like family.
So
like
they were in person then.
in person, yeah, for sure.
Oh wow, I figured it'd be like the Zoom.
They had some, yeah, they had some
board.
Zoom, but like there's actually people announcing and shit too. Like it was pretty cool. I mean, I literally watched it for 10 minutes, but
Oh, dude,
those were the two pickups. I have no idea who won anything. Don't give a fuck. It's none of the music I like. I mean, I guarantee nobody that listens to this show probably likes any of the music that won too. I get it. They don't have. By the way, they don't cover rock music. The Grammys, the VMAs. Nobody gives any respect to rock music anymore. Pisses me off.
I don't know. I don't think I would even know any of the people on the VMAs, to be honest with you.
I mean, you would know
the
like
Weeknd and like the old school guys, like the
yeah,
people we
Billie
know.
Eilish, that bitch, you know, like
probably not. I don't know who she is.
No idea what she did. Any songs?
No,
all right,
no songs.
We got a local famous guy from Chesterfield, Indiana, decide to beat his girlfriend with a can of soda.
Can of soda.
A can of soda. 34 years old Charles Zirkle charged in Madison County. Wow, Madison County. That's very special. By the way, Madison County, I believe that's Muncie, right?
What was the name again? Did you say Jonathan Zirkle?
No, Charles Zirkle. Maybe
I was gonna say, I was like, oh.
That's Anderson.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So Mr. Zirkle here decided to beat his girlfriend with a soda can. I don't feel like that.
Do you say soda or do you say pop?
Me?
I would say a pop can.
You would say pop can?
Yeah,
I would say pop.
Soda.
Drink pop.
Yeah, I say pop.
I would say actually grab me a Sprite. I don't really drink pop.
That's a Coke can. Beat her with a Coke can.
Beat her with a Coke can. That's it. If I said beat her with a Coke can, I'd be talking about my dick. Hey, girls, what's up?
Dude, by the way, the Coke being everything, like I'm over going to fast food places and saying, yeah, just give me a Coke with that. And they go, we have Pepsi. Is that fine? Like,
Hey, figure it out, bitch.
Are
Yeah.
there really people that go, no, that's not fine?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it's the same thing. Like, where are those people?
Actually, now that you say it, next time I go to Taco Bell, because I always like, I want a Sprite. They're like, do you mean a Sarah Mist? I'm like, I should.
Yeah.
God damn it.
And fucking leave.
Yeah. I'm like, fuck this. I'm out. Start backing up. Yeah.
Go to McDonald's.
For sure. That's the play next time. Also, by the way, I hate that Beaver's not on the show because I was going to completely just kind of play in with him on this, but a Kazakhstani, these foreigners are fucking things up because
It's getting wild over there.
yeah, Kazakhstani bodybuilder marries sex doll after a whirlwind romance. I
saw
love it.
this too. I saw this too.
I'm not going to go through the whole story here, but he basically was talking about they finally, so I think, and I want to say that we covered this back in like December of last year, but they got engaged earlier, and he said it's been an on and off relationship. So like, imagine this guy in public fighting with a sex doll. Like that's that. I love it. Like, and I picture Beaver.
I'm gonna get one of those, and I'm gonna tell Megan it's an air purifier.
I wonder.
It's sit in the bedroom.
Yeah, sit in the bathroom.
Yeah, it's an air purifier.
Hey, Megan, knock on the bathroom door. Hey, honey, what are you doing there? Oh, just fucking the air purifier. I'll be out in a minute.
Changing the filter.
Changing the filter.
Hey, I wonder if they're fighting over her OnlyFans.
It's true.
Oh God!
Is the picture that you have that popped up is the one with them like in the bathtub? Like,
No, I mean
that's
this
the
one-
best
this-
picture.
yes. Yuri. Oh my God!
I saw that
Hold on.
picture earlier.
Let's show the audience. By the way, if you're listening to the podcast playback, you always have to go back and watch the video because we do include stupid shit like this, and it's typically
Look at this
incredible.
guy, dude.
Dude, if this thing's electronic, this is a hazard right here. He gets shocked. What if he dies fucking a sex doll in a bathtub? I think that's the way to go, right?
They don't have batteries, do they? Are they like powered?
I don't know. Does the mouth move? It's got to do something.
No, I thought it was just like silicone. I don't know.
That would probably be a good girl. I
I just got this image in my head of Duncan in the backyard with his sex doll upside down with a hose. Sprayed her ass out. talking to Josh like on Sunday morning. Hey, Josh, what's up, bro?
hey, you want to come hold that for you?
I see Miles like chewing on the fucking the dog's hand.
On the hand, yeah. Josh, let me get that flamethrower.
Oh, wow. By the way, Machine Gun Kelly. Oh, go ahead. What were we gonna say?
I was gonna say in my head, I like pictured the bonfire, like me sitting around the bonfire with her in a chair, and I'm in a chair. You guys want to come over?
I pictured her leaned up against the cat condo in Beaver's apartment.
In the mirror. Exactly. He's been over the sex doll's been over the table. They're looking in the mirror. I guarantee. How many times has Beaver jerked off in that mirror this week? I'm putting the over/under at 15.
That's why he's not on the show right now.
I know he can't defend himself. By the way, the last time I talked to his mom on the phone, she's like, "Hey, can you stop picking on my son? You got to pick a new thing." I was like, he picks on me too. Like, it's all free reign here. Please, I mean, God, somebody calls me a bald piece of shit at least one time a week. You know, like, my buddy Clay wants to fight Ron Artest. Tanner Clark says, "Imagine she talks back." Like, that's the future here. You know, and I've talked about on this show before how the porn industry sets the standard for the entertainment industry. I don't know if you guys know that or not, but that is a true statement. The porn industry sets the standard. Like, do you know who started VHS tapes? The porn industry. Do you know why? Do you know why online transactions happen? It's because the porn industry, was essentially a bunch of crackheads wanted to figure out a way to exchange money online to buy porn. And 100%. I mean, the porn industry literally sets the standard for everything. Like,
do you remember when there was like was it going to be Blu-ray or like HD, DVD or whatever? And then there was like two of them that came out.
Yeah, you're talking about the big ass fucking laser disc.
No, after that, there was like, we had Blu-ray and then there was another like HD disc.
Yeah.
But Sony had the Blu-ray. And so the Blu-ray ended up winning out because of porn. the porn people that made put it on Blu-ray.
There you go.
Killed that HD disc or whatever it was. HD DVD.
I had One Night in Paris on Blu-ray. Think about it.
Hell yeah.
Fuck yeah, Duncan.
I still got in a box somewhere. I got some DVDs. Like, that was a thing in college. We would always buy each other porn for Christmas and shit. Like, I have so many gag gifts. I've got a full array of woman's female fucking toys as gag gifts for Christmas. So you guys, I'm gonna have a grab box here at a garage sale coming up, females. You can come in, throw $3 in a bucket, grab your favorite anal plug or dildo or whatever that's in there.
Dude, you need to do like when I was a little kid. This is what you need to do. My grandma Duncan used to take me to this little carnival thing in Newcastle, and it was my favorite thing. I look forward to it every
Bobbing
year.
for dildos.
They made this big wall, and they just put like plywood or something up, and made it look like a water, like it was a underwater kind of thing. And they would give you a fishing pole with like a non-lure end on it. And like little kids you would throw the fishing pole over the top of the plywood, and they would put like a prize on the end of the fishing pole, and then you would reel it in, and then it would be your prize. So you need to do that with dildos and stuff, dude. It'd be fun. Just set it up in your driveway.
Still to this day, one of the best days of my life, me and John Garcia, is when I had a dildo as part of my Halloween costume, and I was placing it random places in Shelbyville and watching people's reactions to a dildo just being on like windows in bars and public places. One of the best nights of my life. I swear to God, I've never laughed so much and so hard in my life. And I thought about keeping one of these just for random places. And I've told the story about my brother having a dildo in his moped, and my cousin, my super religious cousin, seeing it. Like, it's like, why should a grown man have a dildo? I could tell you 100 reasons, and nothing involves putting them in my ass. So,
oh man,
God,
juice on the moped, man. That's legendary.
Oh, dude. My brother would go around town and put the dildo on random places and take pictures and because my brother kind of inherited the dildo after I used it that night. We kind of took it out. I let him borrow it and he kind of inherited it. And it's it'll sometimes make a random appearance in my Snapchats because like it's literally like somewhere hidden in in my brother's garage. Sometimes we'll catch the cat kicking it around and something. I'll stick it to the side of the fridge like during a Colts game or something. But yeah, so maybe we need a new dildo. So if any of our female listeners want to donate one, or if I don't use one of these out of the drawer, we'll see here, guys. I want a 20-foot one that I can just smack people in the face with, like out in public. Just have a big double-headed dildo. Because I still have this brilliant idea for a pure bromance video where it's a bunch of guys. We're trying to figure out what female sex toys do. And I have skits in my head for each one. And it's going to be just off the wall shit. But one, I'm gonna punch Duncan in the face with a fisting dildo. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna give away there. So yeah. So MGK, speaking of big dildos, MGK. These vitamins are spectacular tonight. MGK admits rap beef with Eminem destroyed his rap career. No shit. I called it. I said, no. Why do you think MGK made a fucking rock albums? Because Eminem destroyed his life. And that's what he did, Bobby.
Pick a whole nother way to go.
He had
at the fork.
Had to go pick a whole nother genre. Look.
Said his album sales dropped super. He said it was the reason why I forget the name of the album, but the last rap
Hotel Diablo
was not successful.
It was trash.
Eminem beef. Yeah.
Yeah,
his album previously was one of the most streamed ever, on streaming platforms. It went platinum pretty quick and stuff like that. And then he gets into the Eminem thing, and then
I like the guy too. I think he's talented dude, and I like the acting. I like the kind of the vibe I get from him, and I like the first diss song. That was pretty good.
He's definitely talented,
but he got fucked up.
Yeah, he got definitely fucked up.
I will say I've seen him in concert twice. One time he opened up for Tech Nine, and one time he opened up for Limp Bizkit of all people. And I will tell you, both times I've seen him in concert, he was somewhat entertaining. But I would say his fan base super annoying, like young teeny boppers.
Probably.
The same people that liked punk rock, in our high school, but not the real punk rock,
the last laugh though, he's isn't he dating the fucking what's her name from Transformers?
Yeah, good for him.
Good for you, man. Yeah. I'd let Eminem murder me too
if I could bang Megan Fox. Jesus Christ. By the way, it's official. A few things. So another monolith was spotted in Romania. And I think it's awesome because there's also, former President Obama was on Stephen Colbert earlier this week. And a few points about the show. One, Stephen Colbert completely straight up asked him, do aliens exist? And he refused to answer the question. So what does that mean?
They exist.
Thank you.
Yeah.
They exist. I was like, honestly, when he said that, I was like, holy shit. I was like, that's official. He was just stone faced. I can't answer that question.
Yeah, aliens existed.
Yeah,
I see him outside of Home Depot all the time.
And the scariest thing, okay, and this is, and I'm gonna say this. I hate talking political on here. This is not super political, but I just say this because people like to treat Obama like he's fucking Jesus Christ. Well, let me tell you one thing he said that's super scary for anybody that follows politics or anything at all. He literally was talking about, how there's, and I will admit there is a problem with quote unquote fake news. It's everywhere. And it's not necessarily fake news. It's just everything's so politically slanted. And he was talking about there being only one source for news in the future. That's the future he wants. That is fucking dangerous and scary as fuck. Imagine you having one source of news and it comes from your local government. How scary.
That'll never happen, dude.
That'll never happen. First and foremost, it's never going to happen. But that is a scary thought that, people say this is a guy for the people, and that's what he believes. He just went on television and promoted that. And we will have people in this country say, oh, we'll laud him. Just be like, yes, Obama, great guy. No, fuck off. That's fucking crazy. That's one, pissing on our First Amendment. And two, That's scary as fuck. You
You
trust
think
those
about it,
assholes to give
if
you the
think
answer?
about it, back in the day, that's kind of what it was.
Not really.
Before internet, like you think like back in the like 50s, 60s, stuff like that.
We've always had
newspapers and shit, I guess, but
we've always had freedom of the press in the United States. Like any asshole could start a newspaper. Like,
well, I know that, but I mean,
Yeah.
your news source, like you were CBS, NBC, like it wasn't like it is today.
No, absolutely.
Yeah, most like even further back then, everybody got everything off the wires. So your local paper, all your national news came from one place, basically.
Yeah.
So I mean,
well, I mean, and honestly, and I will say that the big
Scary.
backlash before Vietnam, before war was publicized on TV, it was kind of romanticized at home. It was kind of like, you know, you went to war, we're tough, we're American, we're gonna kill. But when it was finally brought into people's homes, people could see the carnage that war caused. That's when like people started revolting against war. I mean, honestly, and so it's crazy like how much influence. But that's the thing too. When I try to talk, for instance, to my mother, my grandma about things that are going on in the world, and they refuse to believe anything that's not on the news, you're 100% correct, Dunk, that our parents grew up where, their only media source was a big fucking corporate. And granted, they weren't as big of corporations as they are now, but you were 100% correct. There are these corporate moguls that they were getting their news from, and that's why our nation's so brainwashed now. Like it's
yeah, I mean that's how we landed on the moon. That's how we did all kinds of stuff.
Yeah,
it was because of that. They brainwashed everybody. But yeah, you get it.
I remember
saying the moon landing was real.
Yeah, but so aliens are real. There's a monolith in Romania. I don't know if that's real or not. I think somebody's fucking with us. Also, a big fireball spotted in Japan. I thought
this was the big one, dude. Did you?
Yeah, this scared the fuck out of me. It ended up being a meteor, but I thought for sure Jesus was coming back. I was like, I can't masturbate today.
Dude, yeah, it was just in the middle of the sky, just fireballing it out. Like it was like I thought like maybe Charizard was up there flying around throwing fire out.
Charizard. Damn, you were smoking weed again. Charizard. Oh yeah, and also one of my favorite stories from the week. You can now rent. I don't know if it's through Airbnb or not, but you can rent Ozzy's boyhood room for a night. And like this is like an 8x8 fucking little shack in Ashton, near Birmingham, England. Like honestly, that's something that I would probably pay money to do. And I seen something the other day. It's $1,000. You can rent a by the way, a room that's 200 some feet down in a cave in California. It's $1,000. Is that something you guys would do?
1,000 feet down in a cave?
I don't know. It's like a couple hundred feet down in a cave, down underground. It's like 300 feet, like the lowest hotel room in the United States. I don't know.
Is there like TV and shit in there?
Yeah, there's a TV and shit, but it's like super pitch black, dark. Granted, they got lights and shit set up, but it's still kind of creepy and haunted. They say you take a haunted tour down there, then you stay down there for the night, and it costs like $1,000.
It'd probably be. Would it be hot in there?
No,
hot, right?
I don't know. It'd be cold as fuck.
Cold.
Yeah, it'd be chilly.
I thought the center of the earth was like molten lava.
Well, the center of the earth, but underneath the crust is cold. God, you're cool. Vitamins are heavy today. All right. My dickwad of the week is Elliot Beaver for not being here on the show. By the way, guys, I don't know if we want to go ahead and do a 3x3 there, but I think that's a fair.
Yeah. I second that.
Yeah,
second that.
Come on,
Duncan Beaver. You failed us, man. You know, it's so funny because people talk shit about how Beaver doesn't talk on the show, but I think Beaver not talking in the little Beaver talks is such a vital part of the show.
It helps. Like we don't know what's going on in the NBA right now.
No, literally, we said nothing about the NBA. I have no idea what's going on. I didn't even include us.
No Beaver. And we had a blockbuster fucking trade that we did.
We did. By the way, we'll bring it up a little bit. By the way, if you didn't hear it all the way, John Wall got traded for. Go ahead, Doc. I was going to let you finish that.
Oh, Russell Westbrook.
There you go. Russell Westbrook is going to be playing in Washington. Mia Khalifa had a video on Instagram crying because John Wall's not there. So how long before she's trying to blow Russell Westbrook? We'll see here. Josh, pick a number 1 through 70.
69.
Oh, brilliant. Let me scroll down here. 69. Okay. 69 is If you die and found out that everyone gets to choose a 12-foot by 12-foot square to stay in alone for eternity without being able to influence or contact the living world, what 12-foot by 12-foot square would you choose?
Huh?
Did you get that?
No, I'm confused.
I'll repeat the question. If you die and find out that when you die, that everybody gets to choose a 12-foot by 12-foot square to stay in alone for eternity without being able to influence or contact the living world, what 12-foot by 12-foot square would you choose? So I don't know if that means a 12-foot by 12-foot square that's currently, like, it could be your bedroom, I guess. I don't know.
Somewhere in the world.
Somewhere like you have to stay.
Yeah.
For
Like
eternity.
where you could only go 12 feet, like circumference, like you have to stay there for eternity.
Let's change that. Let's say if there's one place you could go for eternity, but you can't have any contact, like you're almost on a deserted island.
Pretty much. Yeah.
Yeah. So let's change the question to that. Where would your spot be? Where is your oasis?
I'm just a man cave, dude. And just go.
That's pretty strong.
Probably a sorority in Bloomington.
There'd no be bitches there.
Girls' bathroom there at the sorority in Bloomington.
They'd still have their panties laying around. Josh would be like fucking hanging them off them, like wearing bras and shit. Yeah, that'd be fun. That reminds me of the time I hung Beaver's mom's bra on. They have a volleyball court in their backyard. One time I put a pair of her panties on the fucking stove, and I put her bra over the. I was a terror, by the way, and it's amazing that I have such a great relationship with his parents now, but. Just because it was mainly to fuck with him, because for so long Beaver would not stand up for himself, and to a point he doesn't now, but he's a lot better now. But my favorite was I put gay porn on his mom's background on her computer. I'm so sorry.
Shit.
I'm so sorry, by the way.
Poor Beef.
I think I would just take a spot by the ocean. I could chill out by the ocean. My heaven could be chilling by the ocean.
Fast, dude. No entertainment or nothing. Like you'd get stick it. I mean, you're gonna be Tom Hanks and Castaway.
No, I was gonna say there's gonna be a few things with me. I would have some sort of entertainment. So no contact with the outside world. So I guess you couldn't have a TV then, could you? I mean, yeah, we'll make the rule. You could have a TV. So, like, what am I having on the beach? I'm gonna have a Bluetooth.
Maybe just movies and stuff. No news. Like, nothing like going on. Like
you could watch the TV and wherever you're at, probably.
Yeah,
I mean, you'd have Netflix and stuff like that. You wouldn't, with no contact in the outside world, you wouldn't be able to like.
What do I need on a beach?
You wouldn't have a Twitter and social media. I guess you could watch it. Yeah,
I need a
tell them.
I need a Bluetooth speaker and a flashlight. I'm gonna have a great time there on the beach. And some weed. Yeah. A couple brewskis. You get it.
You sure you don't want to join me? Because I can just beat off all day long. Nobody sees me.
No, if you're gonna be if you're gonna be beating off all day long, no, I don't want to join you, buddy.
You imagine getting stuck in your 12 by 12 with like a fucking nympho, like some dude.
Yeah, absolutely.
For eternity, that'd be terrible.
Right next door to you.
I'm sorry.
I mean, Beaver and Rob lived together for fucking 12. I mean, they're both little horn dogs, but they just fuck themselves. So
my man cave with all my toys and like big screen TV and like my Xbox and PlayStation, just everything like that. Some beers.
Bring back your racing simulator.
Amazing. It'd be awesome, dude. My simulator out there. Yeah.
1 through 70, go.
25.
25. Why 25?
Actually, no. Take that back. We'll do today's date for Grandpa's birthday.
3.
We'll do the 3rd. Okay.
We'll do number 3. All right, scrolling. There you go. What is this? No, that's not it. I love this question. What secret conspiracy theory would you like to start?
I mean, I already brought it up. Oh, I started. Like I started.
Start. Yeah. Something random.
Man, I've had a bunch on the show that we've said that we thought was what was going on.
Yeah.
You go ahead. You seem like you got one.
I mean, like there's as far as what one do I want to start? Let's see that Stone Cold Steve Austin is actually Jesus Christ.
You're stupid, dude.
He's the second coming of Jesus. There we go.
Give me hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
I don't know.
Josh?
The Eminem's not a real person. It's just Paul McCartney rapping.
I want to hear Paul McCartney rap. Oh, that was brilliant. Okay.
Turn me up in the headphones, Paul.
Yeah.
I can't hear my snare.
Doug, you all right, buddy?
Yeah, I'm just still trying to think. That's a tough one, man.
I know. I shouldn't have asked you to think so much.
Because there's a lot of real ones that I believe and stuff. Like,
oh, me too.
it's tough. Like, do you ever just feel like you're in the Truman Show? Like, I think I'm just in the Truman Show.
I have deja vu way
You guys are
too
all
much.
just actors.
I have deja vu way too much.
Oh, I had deja vu today, and it was fucking
Really?
weird. Yep, it's funny you said that. At work, I had deja vu. It's great. What we need to look more into deja vu. Deja vu is a weird fucking thing.
Yeah,
dude.
the strip club.
It is. Yeah, but it really is. Deja vu is a weird fucking thing.
Hey,
It's a real weird thing.
I know another conspiracy we could start down.
What's that?
Archie Miller's a good coach.
Yeah, Archie.
You know, hey, you know what conspiracy theory that I started that's going to come true? Jacob Eason being a Hall of Famer. Let's go. All right. Every week on the show, we end the show with a Florida man. I go straight to Google. I type in a Florida man, and whatever dumb shit that a Florida man did, we read about it. And honestly, this isn't even that dumb. It's honestly an amazing story, and we're going to read about it. A Florida man rescued after hours clinging to capsized boat. I just happened to see the story the other day, and I'm glad it popped up. So the guy's name is Stuart B., and the story is a Florida man who had been reported missing at sea was found clinging to his capsized boat on Sunday morning about 86 miles off the coast of Port Canaveral. Sometimes after midnight on Sunday, the man, Stuart B., was asleep on his 30-foot Sea Ray called the Stingray when he was abruptly awakened by water rushing into the front cabin of the boat. So the boat was capsized, and he was found. He's 62 years old, by the way, clung to 4 feet of the boat. All that was left of the boat was 4 feet of the bow, and he was clung to the boat, and that's how they found him.
How long was he out there?
Let me see here. It was like almost a day. So.
Said Sunday, and they found him when?
Okay, so Mr. B left Cape Marina in Port Canaveral on Friday for what was meant to be a short cruise in the water. He apparently decided to sleep overnight on the boat, which was not typical. According to the marina employee, he was reported missing by the marina and his brother the next day. So he was missing on Saturday, and they found him on Sunday. So 24 hours, essentially. I mean, I don't know if it's exact.
Dude. Ooh, fuck that.
Yeah.
That's his fucking 12 by 12 square.
Yeah.
Fucking capsized boat for the rest of
Oh, no shit, man. Like, if you didn't believe in God, you might want to now.
I mean, you could get I mean, you might see some sharks out there circling around.
Yeah.
I would be a little nervous.
Fuck that.
I mean, honestly, like, it depends on how far out I am. I would probably just get I would get impatient, like, fuck this, I'm gonna swim. I'm either gonna die, or you would just I'm gonna cling to this fucking thing till somebody finds my ass.
Yeah, oh yeah. I refuse to swim in the ocean.
Are you scared to death of it?
Well, we went on a cruise and I went snorkeling. And we like jumped in. I was like snorkeling, water in my nose. Like I don't like tropical shit, dude. Like there's stuff in there that could kill me. Like I'll go jump in, a lake, maybe a fish will nibble on my toe. I'm not like, we literally jumped in to go snorkeling and I finally got under control and went underwater. It was pretty sweet. Like I saw tropical fish. Well, I noticed our tour guys, like, these Mexican dudes were like all like a perimeter around us. And I was, I asked the American guy that was in the tour guide that was talking and everything. I was like, what are they doing out there? And he's like, oh, they're just keeping an eye out for sharks. I was like, so they're going to stop a shark from going by them?
Yeah, they shoot him with a harpoon.
Yeah, I was like, I'm out.
I'll be throwing a spear.
I'm going on the boat.
I'd be throwing a spear at the fucking shark.
I went back on the boat and drank the unlimited margaritas that were available.
Speaking of deja vu, imagine you on a beach and somebody yells at shark and you see me come out of the weeds and nothing but like a grass skirt and I throw a fucking spear at a shark.
That'd be awesome, dude.
I mean, how many married women
like Aquaman, dude.
I can look like Aquaman for sure. Yeah, absolutely.
You should get that tat game going. Hit tanning bed up.
Yeah, I definitely need to hit the tanning bed now. I literally glow in the dark when I take my shirt off. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, dude, hit the tanning bed. Get the Aquaman tattoo. We call you like Mini Aqu.
Yeah, buddy. Let's go. Thank you guys so much for listening to Highly Inappropriate. Make sure, hey, we talked about Twitter a lot. Let's go ahead and let's whore out our Twitter handles real quick. Go ahead, Dunk.
Dunkman42 on Twitter.
Josh, what's your Twitter handle?
I don't fucking know anymore.
Mine is Matty Dubs. That's MattyDubz, 2008. That's the year I graduated high school.
I told you that Josh is trying to get Jake to change his Twitter name, my co-host on the football show.
Oh, to what?
Well, it's Han Nation is his Twitter handle now, and
Yeah.
Josh tweeted me during the show and said you need to have him change his name to Han Job.
I like it. I like
that
it.
is brilliant. That's why I love it.
So make sure also, if you're watching this on YouTube, Facebook, wherever, like the show, share it. If you're on YouTube, ring the bell. That way you're notified when we upload new videos. Subscribe to the page if you haven't yet. Make sure whatever podcasting app you listen to, subscribe, rate, and review. It helps our ratings. It helps us move up on the charts. We really appreciate you guys. It is Thanksgiving. It's a time to be grateful, and we are grateful for you for coming back once again. It was a great show. Thanks, Duncan. Thanks, Josh, for coming on. As always, peace out, bitches.
Peace.